Hello, welcome back to another Theory Thursday. Today we are talking more about an argument than a theory concept, and that's because last night I jammed my pinky when I fell in my gravel driveway. It was storming out, and I was trying quickly to run around the truck and get back into the house, and I slipped, and I can't play guitar right now with my pinky. It's all bruised up, so I'm stuck to 2 or 3 fingers right now on my left hand. So no theory on the guitar today. Is jazz dead? That's the argument. I have some thoughts on it. That's what we're talking about today. As always, if you've been enjoying the theory videos, the tune videos, the solo videos, just the music videos, any of it, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, but not necessary. It helps me keep the channel going and the community growing. It's always appreciated. So, I think that's it. I haven't worn this watch in a while. This is my Relic. My brown band Relic. I don't know if they make this anymore. I got this as a high school graduation present. So I've had it for quite a long time. So now, without further ado, is jazz dead? Let's talk about it. Let's go. Okay, is jazz dead? I've broken this up into about 5 points, just 5 big concepts and topics that relate to this. In an answer, no, I don't think so. Of course, everyone can give you a different answer, and it all depends on how they define dead. Any genre, it's just personal preference, really, and how they define jazz and how they define dead and the genre and all that stuff. So personally, no, I don't think jazz is dead. And here are my reasons why. First of all, it remains super strong in education. There's still performance going on. I mean, how many other genres have specific jams that are personalized to that genre? Like jazz jams, that is a cultural thing that I just haven't been to a pop jam. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's still performances dedicated to this genre. So how can it be dead if it's still going on? And of course, the importance it has to certain cultural circles. So number one, the ongoing creativity and innovation going on within jazz. That's the cool thing about this genre, is it's always changing. Ongoing creativity and innovation. I mean, the very basis of it is improvisation. So of course it's always changing. Something like that, how could it ever die if it's always taking on a new form? Think about the 1950s and 60s. What happened then? Well, some people came over from Brazil and brought over this genre, bossa nova. Now, when we hear bossa nova today, of course we think, oh yeah, jazz, elevator music, whatever. It's all lumped into this category of jazz, but it didn't used to be. That was something Americans did. So just to think about, I mean, we took a whole genre and put it under our umbrella. It's stuff like that that changes and innovates, and it's continually ongoing. That's the cool part about it. Lots of blending going on, especially in hip-hop and R&B. As our tastes change, it influences how jazz reacts to it. It's a very cool thing. Okay, so number one, ongoing creativity and innovation. Number two, strong community and education support. Now, this might be a cop-out. A lot of you might say it is when I say education support, because a lot like classical music, a big reason why it's so supported in today's community is education. It's taught in the education system, right? Higher ed. You can get a degree in jazz performance, jazz education, jazz theory, all that stuff. It's taught in higher ed. The genre has grown and risen to this point where higher ed has taken it on and deemed it worthy of studying, right? It's not up to the level of classical music, of course. And when I say classical, I'm wrapping all that in Baroque and Romantic period and all that stuff. Of course, it's not up to that standard yet. But, I mean, it's in the education system. So, it's getting there. So that's one big reason why it's supported in the community is the education system. Now I keep saying the word community, and that's because it is community and cultural specific. So let's talk about number 3, global reach and cultural significance. I'm in America right now, and in America we're in this little bubble because jazz is an American invention, right? It has its roots in Africa, right? In a long, 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 tumultuous history of field haulers and slaves and, the odd time signatures. It's a very long history. It's a fascinating history, but American nonetheless, right? So we're in this bubble of we're the ones that created the genre, or at least put a name on it. And we don't really see the reach it has across the globe unless you're traveling there, right? I was in Ireland in 2018 with my buddy from college, and we were traveling around, going into the pubs, right? Having soup of the day, bread of the day, drinking a lot of Guinness and cider. And we get to a pub one night. And of course, the whole trip, we're assuming and hoping for folk music, right? Irish folk music with fiddle and all your acoustic stringed instruments. We were there on a particular night called Jazz Night. And what do we hear playing? It's a guy on a synth keyboard playing the 12-bar blues, some tunes that he had written. And I thought, wow, I did not think I was going to come over to Ireland and hear a jazz night, a guy playing a 12-bar blues. The influence it has is ever-reaching, ongoing, just like my first point. You don't see the reach it has until you're out there. And, I mean, the 12-bar blues alone, let's be honest, that was world-shaking, right? That form. So the global reach and cultural significance in American history and the reach it has across the globe. Not only that, though, the movie culture is having a little jazz resurgence. Think back to, when did that come out? It might have been 2018 as well. La La Land. I mean, how many awards did that movie get? It's a whole movie based on this dude who wants to be a jazz pianist, right? I mean, it's in the movie world and TV. It's having a little bit of resurgence, especially with sync. A lot of the jazz tunes are getting synced to commercials and TV shows. It's really, really fascinating to watch. Okay, number 4, evolving styles and subgenres. I probably should have mentioned the bossa in this point because this is where I wanted to talk about the evolving art form, right? The first point, ongoing creativity and innovation. That's finding ways to blend other genres with jazz, hip-hop, R&B, right? Where do you think they get their roots? Okay. Now, number 4, evolving styles and subgenres. Creating genres, creating styles. Right? Just like I just said, R&B. It used to stand for rhythm and blues. Still does. But that's not how we think about it now. Right? Rhythm and blues. The origins of jazz. Right? So it's ever evolving. Creating genres, subgenres. I mean, it wasn't that long ago we didn't have a genre called jazz fusion. Right? So, number 5, I just put the jazz is dead argument. It's just black and white. It just seems too black and white to me. I mean, like I said at the beginning, it just depends on what your definition of dead is, right? And when you say jazz, are you encapsulating everything? Like, what is jazz? Is it anything that has a major 7 chord in it? Is it anything that has a diminished chord in it? Diminished 7? Half diminished? Does it need, is it all bossa tunes? So it's just such a wide net, and to say something is yes or no, dead or not, it's just so black and white. It's like, just because something isn't as popular as something else, does that mean it's dead? That's like saying, well, Sabrina Carpenter sold more records this month than the Beatles did this month. Does that mean the Beatles are dead? No, the Beatles are one of the most successful bands of all time, and they're still selling records. I wouldn't call their music dead. They're not even a band anymore, and their music is still selling. Right? So it's just your perception of what, first of all, jazz, the genre, what are you talking about specifically? And dead, the adjective, what are you talking about specifically? Of course, things aren't going to be the most popular at every single moment in history, right? There was a time when they were, right? Misty, jazz standard, that hit number 1 on the charts. So it's an ongoing thing. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Is jazz dead? Personally, no, I don't think so. But, of course, you can have your own opinions. And let me know. What do you think down in the comments? Let me hear you. I think that's enough talking for today. Hopefully, maybe not learned anything because it's all opinion-based, but maybe got you thinking. Hopefully got you thinking, and yeah, we'll see you for the next one.